upcoming series test, and we're going to enjoy this one.
Look, it's been a year since we've last been here, like since the Springboks last have been to Mbombela, when we celebrated even at becoming the most kept Springbok, and we can see the fans are just as excited for everyone.
I was in Cape Town for a long time, and you two Oaks are legends. Let me just tell you that.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Follow us and let's catch up with the fans over here, partner.
Fun. It's chaos.
It's losing up. It's losing up. We got youngsters over here, partner. Let's catch up with a couple of people here. Hey guys, how are you doing? Ja, lekker kan nie klaar nie, man. Ek wil weet, ons is jy van Nelspruit?
Nee, ek is van Pretoria.
Van Pretoria. Vat met hierdie atmosfeer hier so in Nelspruit.
Nee, is baie lekker.
Baie lekker.
Dis baie lekker.
En ons het
ver gery, so dit moet lekker
wees.
Yes,
ja. En dan wat gaan gebeur vandag teen Georgia?
Ek gaan sê
76-0. 76-0.
Ek gaan sê 56-3.
56-3.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Boys geniet dit, nee. Dit gaan 'n lekker wedstryd wees. Enjoy it. Ah, it's going to be fun every time.
Guys, over here, this is what I love about Springbok rugby. We got the youngsters out here. They're out to have a brilliant time, but don't take my word. Meneer, hoe exciting is dit om hier by die Springbok game te wees?
Baie lekker en excited.
Baie excited. En as jy eendag vir die Springbok gaan speel, waar sal jy jou debut wil maak?
Hierso.
In die Mbombela Stadium?
Ja.
Is dit die huis?
Ja.
Lekker. Hello girl. And for yourself, how exciting is it being out at the Springbok game?
I'm so excited and this is my first time.
And what are you looking forward to most? Did your parents bring you? Who spoiled you to being at the Springbok game?
It's my dad.
Okay. And for you, what is the best part about being a Springbok supporter?
Actually, it's because it's playing in Mbombela and it's my first time coming here.
And if you go home tonight, will it be an enjoyable moment for you?
It depends.
Okay, it depends. I believe the Springboks will be on fire.
A legend of Pumas rugby, Willie Engelbrecht. Willie, first of all, talk us through the atmosphere. Yeah, you are obviously an Nelspruit king, is it?
Yeah, the atmosphere is always great here in Mbombela. People come from everywhere.
Yeah.
You can get drinks everywhere. People get out of their shells.
Yeah, this is the Springbok, the Pumas captain actually as well. I want to know the Currie Cup starting soon. What are we expecting? What's going to happen from your side, from the Pumas side?
We're 100% going to win it again.
Yes.
So there's no doubt in that.
100%. Yeah, we support you. Enjoy it, Willie. Have some fun. Hey.
Lekker easy partner. As you can see, so many people out there. Springbok rugby against Georgia. Are you excited for the game?
I'm very excited. It's going to be so amazing.
And for you guys, has there been a pre-ritual? Is there anything the family has done today differently, except for getting the faces painted?
No, it's nothing. Like, we always just go on the bus and then we sing on the bus, and that's just, we haven't done anything new except this.
Is there any song that we can sing to the camera that you can remember from the bus?
What's it?
Ole, 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 ole.
The spirit was good.
Spirit was good, but I like Sister Bettina. Okay, Hendrik, I want to know first of all, what are we expecting today against Georgia? It's exciting times.
Exciting times, running rugby. If you look at the back line, Sasha, Grant starting at 9. We've got Moody in the middle with Andre Echthuizen.
Yes.
And then your back three,
Yes.
fast three guys, Orange, Fashi,
Yeah,
Equal. That's going to be exciting.
I'm excited for Moody and actually Damien Dialende in the midfield. But first of all, the SN20 junior Boks is playing against New Zealand at 8:30. Any special memories for the young Bokkies for tomorrow?
Well, I want to see New Zealand crying again, so go young Bokkies.
Yeah, we're going to make them cry. Guys, enjoy it, have fun, and enjoy the fuffies, eh?
Partner over here, South Africa, I found a super fan. And I must say, if you can get a nice close-up, it's on the nails, okay?
And the ears.
And the ears, beautiful. When did we get the nails done? And was it something you've always done before?
No, this is my first time.
Yes.
My daughter, Renee, at #TheIris on Instagram.
Okay.
And she did it freehand. She is the most creative, amazing person. And a big shout out to her and my other daughter, Nova.
And for you, so we can see everybody having absolute chaos.
Thank you.
For you, at the Springbok game, what is the best part?
The best part is watching the Boks score tries. That's my favorite part because the stadium just goes wild, and that just gives me goosebumps from top to toe.
And if you could be a genie in a box, who do you believe would score the very first try in today's match?
I'd love for it to be JC.
Thank you so much. I love the nails. They got Jesse here.
Yeah, I said welcome to Behind the Ruck. Are you the Ruckers?
Yeah, we're the Ruckers.
Okay, we find a couple of angels, Springbok angels. Guys, I want to know from you guys, are you guys from Nelspruit?
No, Cape Town.
From Cape Town indeed, yeah, but listen, what are you expecting today? Okay, Mbombela Stadium is going to be a fantastic atmosphere. Are we expecting that?
Groot score voor die Bokke.
Yep. We gaan die eerste 3 score. Sta strak en we gaan leave, okay? Next up.
Guys, it's chaos out there, okay? Absolute chaos before Springbok matches. But this is very interesting. I spoke to him earlier and I asked him to wait for me. Please tell me, where do you hail from, where were you born, and what are you making out here in Mbombela?
Originally from Swellendam, fair in the Weskaap. But it's great to have a fellow Heidelberger here with us. Currently living in Centurion and Joburg, so Pretoria.
And traveling here, when did we get to Mbombela? Was it yesterday? Did we get in the car this morning? And why do we make so far to get to a Springbok game?
Early morning, we got in the car about 7 o'clock this morning. Drove down here, had a great breakfast on the road and a couple of beers. Great to be here, and we're here to support the Springboks. Fantastic day today.
Lastly, I need a score prediction. Quickly score prediction. Who will take it and by how much?
Unfortunately today, I reckon about an 80-10 tops for South Africa.
Thank you, sir. I hope you enjoy your time. He's got 80 plus 80-20.
But it's crazy
Juan.
everywhere. Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Fine, thanks, and how are you?
Yeah, I see it's a bit messy. It's going to be messy in the Springbok game.
We are very busy, man, today.
Yes.
We are chowing Georgia.
Yeah.
We are chowing Georgia today.
100%, yeah. And
I teach them rugby, actually.
Teach them rugby?
Champs, yeah.
What does it teach them?
I think the score will be 100-0.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, 100-0. In fact, 130.
100. Oh, wow. And I want to know favorite players, boys.
Mampimpi.
Yes.
And of course, Sia.
Sia. You?
You know almost my man, Ken and Moody.
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 Okay. You guys are in a good mood. Enjoy the game, eh? Have some fun, eh? And clean up, okay? The Bokkers got to clean up. Okay, here we go.
Partner, come here quickly, Juan. As we can see, there's a lot of excitement out there. But it's Kane and Moody on 13 today, partnering with Damien Delander. Kane and Moody unbeaten in test matches. What makes that so special? And playing on 13, what do you believe makes him such a special player?
He's an incredible player. I mean, he's from wing to 13 now. It's a great adjustment when it comes to outside center, but he's been incredible last week. He's got the power, he's got the physicality. He can work the defense in terms of organizing the defense, and especially I think Damien Delander is going to make him calm on the outside, and they're going to enjoy this one. It's a crucial.
And South Africa, while we're currently getting a view of the fence, I want to encourage you guys. The Dream Team campaign is on SuperSport.com. If you haven't done it, so do it now. Go to the website. Go make your pick. Fantastic players up for selection.
He wants to have a pick, okay? You got to pick Ibn Etzebeth, Bakkies Botha, Arthur Snyman, Kreiner Otto, and Kobus Wiese.
Has to be Ibn Etzebeth.
Ibn Etzebeth.
What a tank. I stood next to that guy 2 days ago.
Yes.
I'm 6 foot tall. That oak is a monster.
A monster.
A monster. I'd hate to get into a fight with him.
Yeah, that's why you're drinking your monsters. Okay, why Ibn Etzebeth?
No, it's just the size, the how do you say it? The technique that he's got. What a player.
Yeah, 100%.
What a player.
Big Bok on 3-2-3.
Like,
he's too shy. Let's get him. Next up. Let's go.
Over here, partner. Over here, South Africa. I'm going to come to these guys.
Yeah, it's just flags everywhere. Eh?
I want to know, there's a Dream Team campaign currently on SuperSport.com. There's a number 4 lock that's up for grabs. We got Ibn Etzebeth. We got Bakkies Botha, Ergens Snyman, Kreiner Otto, Kobus Wiese. Who do you pick in the toughest team selection ever?
Rudy, I would go for Bakkies Botha just because of that headbutt back in the day.
Oh, hey, you're very aggressive.
So, yeah. No.
And you, sir?
If we play against Ireland, we need Erg here.
Just Snyman.
Boys, and for you guys, it sounded so easy to make that selection, but it's 2-time World Cup winner. It's Bakkies Botha winning 3.
I said Bakkies Botha, we're going to actually slam on over here.
They fall
out of trees everywhere. But yeah, we're just so happy to be at Mbombela Stadium, and good luck to the Boks and to Georgia as well. We're happy Tier 2 nation. It's coming all the way here. and lovely being in Mbombela.
And lastly, who are we with? Who came with to the game?
We all flew in from Cape Town. We've got someone from Selby, Glacieri, Joburg, Somerset West, all over the country, loving to be in the Lowveld. Yeah, I think it's good for the economy, good for everyone here, loving it, loving the hospitality, amazing people here.
Fantastic.
Beautiful guys. I'm going to say you guys have a brilliant time together. Love your energy. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving.
I'm hanging out with the general manager of SA Rugby, Yusuf Jackson. Yusuf, first of all, you're hanging out with the crowd, in the stands, with the fans, talking through this atmosphere and also organizing all this.
Firstly, Juan, it's a pleasure coming to the Lowveld. Yep. I think that many people up north in South Africa, they say, listen, a lot of the time the rugby's kept in the major cities and centres, so it's great coming to the Lowveld, it's great coming to Mbombela. If you look around, you've got hundreds, if not thousands of people in the beer garden in our fan village, brought to you by SAB and SA Rugby. So yeah, I mean it's a great atmosphere here inside the stadium. It's also buzzing. The Boks just arrived. The Boks arrived a couple of minutes ago. So yeah, all systems go.
We gotta get it all quickly as possible. I want to know. Serious question. I want to know who's going to score the first try.
Who's going to score the first try in the game? Well, any one of the players wearing green and gold.
Ah, yeah, he's a principal. Enjoy it. That's so fun.
Partner over here, come South Africa.
Oh, yes, hello,
I
guys.
found them.
Hey?
And it's very interesting. We got her earlier and she told me that she had the answers prepared. So do you mind asking her what she prepared for us?
Yes, I want to know, before we get to the answers, I want to know, talk us through the atmosphere here at Mbombela Stadium.
Ek love it. Nelspruit is altyd lekker. Soos julle kan sien, hier's honderde mense, maar ek love it.
Duisende mense, ja.
En vir jou, Suid-Afrika kom altyd by mekaar as die Springbokke speel. Kan jy dit voel vandag? Kan jy voel hoe lekker dit is vir Suid-Afrikaners om die groen en goud te dra?
Nee, dis lieflik. Dis waar lekker. Nee, lekker plek, lekker mense. Dis 'n lekker tyd hierso.
Ja, en Nikki sê vir my, wie is jou favourite speler wanneer dit kom by die Springbokke?
Ek dink ons almal weet Sasha is 'n crowd favourite.
Sasha wie? Fynlik kom dit.
Ja, maar ek sien baie uit om vir Etwil te sien.
Ah, Etwil van der Merwe.
Ek love hom.
Ah, okay. Hy's
'n sweetheart.
Hy's 'n sweetheart. Hy is nog nie Valentynsdag nie.
En laastens, quickly, is daar enige message vir die span as hulle dit nou moet kyk wat jy vir die Springbokke sal wil sê, 'n boodskap vir die span?
Ag nee, alles van die beste. Ons weet julle is die beste in die wêreld vir 'n rede. Gaan vat vas manne.
Dan sê vat vas dit is.
Vat vas en julle vat vas so. Ons moet weer in. Hopelik kan ons daar in die stadion kom. Want dit is fantasties. As jy kyk na die stadion, jy sal sien daar that there's giraffe poles inside the stadium. We have the zebra stairs and we've got the uncles over here jumping in the middle. Jumping.
Manne, hoe lekker is dit hier by die Springbok game vandag?
Unbelievable. Hierdie is 'n lekker vibe. Baie lekker. Nelspruit, Mbombela, beste vibe.
Yes. En as ek reg as ek sê, Springbok supporters weet beter as Rassie Rasmus.
Ek sal soos nee, Rassie.
Hy sal sê nee.
Rassie is die baas. Nee.
Rassie is die baas.
Ja, Rassie is die baas.
En as jy Rassie is en jy moet 'n speech maak vir die Springbokke nou, okay, wat sal jy sê?
Girls, druk hom in die rooi, maak dit tel en let's go. Asseblief. 60-0. Ons kan nie onder 60 nog gaan nie.
60-0 ai.
My oom, dis 30 jaar sinds die eerste keer wat die Springbokke die 95 wêreldbeker gewen het. Is daar spesiale oomblikke oor die jare van Springbok rugby wat vir hom uitstaan?
Die World Cup se final waar vorige jaar in Frankryk was. Dit was just 3 1-punters en daai laaste 1-punter was die most amazing thing. En ek dink daar was meer Springbokke in daai stadion gewees as oorseese mense.
En laastens met hom daar is so vanaand na die Springbok wedstryd is die baby Boks. Gaan ons dit maak? Is dit exciting om te sien hoe gesond ons rugby in die land is?
Ons youngsters is insane goed. Ek dink vanaand gaan ons hom vat. Nee, ons gaan hom vanaand vat, verseker.
Baie dankie. Baie dankie. Ek vra dat julle 'n lekker dag hê met dit.
Partner, die atmosfeer hier is fantasties. Die stadium is fantasties. Die mense het lank gewag vir hierdie geleentheid. Ek bedoel, laas jaar Eben Etzebeth op sy 128ste wedstryd. Fantastische atmosfeer, partner.
Look, I just love the fact that while we're doing the pre-match, so we're struggling to get in and amongst the fans because there's so many South Africans out there ready to support their team, wearing green and gold, making sure they are proud. And I want to encourage you guys again, Dream Team campaign, up for grabs. Go and make your vote. SuperSport.com. Okay, guys.
100%, yeah. We've made our picks. You got to make your picks. This is the boys from Behind the Ruck. If you haven't subscribed, do so now. I'm Juan de Jongh.
Guys, I'm Rudy Paige.
And
over to you,
Layla.
It's going to take her to lead from the front. It takes her to be a hero at the UEFA Women's European Championship. And we're here for every game of it. Only on SuperSport. Here for her.
We expect at least 10 minutes of rain.
It's lights out and away we go.
One of the most difficult races of my career.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see anything.
A 10-second penalty for Oscar Piastri.
Oh, he's round.
Verstappen round.
A lot of things happened, a lot of chaos.
Lando Norris, for the first time ever, wins the British Grand Prix. It's third place for Hulkenberg, and finally, he gets to stand on the podium.
The 2025 Formula One season on your World of Champions. Proudly brought to you by Discovery.
Think you've seen it all in 2025? Well, Rory slayed his demons, Scotty stamped his authority, and JJ, he stunned the world. But to be crowned champion golfer of the year, around here, that's something else.
Shane Lowry is the Open champion. An Irishman has won in Ireland.
Northern Ireland is calling. Royal Portrush is waiting. The final major of the year, the Open Championship, live on SuperSport. Broadcast proudly brought to you by Ford.
The Coca-Cola fan can be a Bok.
Oh, it's brilliant from the junior Boks.
Just scan this QR code now or head to rugby.coke.co.za to enter, and you could win the ultimate Coca-Cola Beer Bok experience.
They're on their way to the final in Rovigo.
This is your exclusive chance to be a Bok. Powered by Coca-Cola, proud official sponsor of SA Rugby.
My name is Jessica Barnard and I'm from Secondary Meisje School Urania. To me, winning means fitting all the small puzzles to get the bigger picture, and it's about personal growth and supporting your team. For all the young netball players, keep working, your time will come.
Winning, in her words, a celebration of the DStv Schools Netball Challenge.
Decades later, those immortal words still ring true.
Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does.
It's a power we felt again and again. In '95, when the nation roared as one for the Springboks.
Has he got it? Yes, it's over. The final whistle then, South Africa win this Rugby World Cup final.
In '96, when Bafana Bafana lifted us to African glory. When our awesome foursomes defied all odds.
It's the green and gold who are going for gold. It's a sensational win. South Africa came from nowhere, did they?
Sabini for South Africa takes up the line.
When Wade and Custer lit up the track.
Van Niekerk, 43.03.
and Caster Semenya. She runs away and wins it brilliantly.
And our beloved Boks just kept winning.
The Springboks go back to net. They go book to book.
When Tatiana rewrote the record books.
2:18.95 is a world record in gold for South Africa for Tatiana Schoenmaker.
Banyana were crowned queens of the continent.
South Africa finally claimed glory.
And our Proteas had us bursting with pride.
And South Africa make history. The ultimate result for the Proteas.
Because as Mzansi's champions emerged, our people celebrated with one unified voice, moved by greatness. Because
sport can create hope where once there was only despair.
30 years on, we now gather again, shoulder to shoulder, because here, in our beautiful country, sport is hope, it's inspiration, it's unity. We stand together and believe together. South Africa, united by sport, just as Madiba dreamed.
Sport has the power to change a nation. Sport has the power to unite one, two. That is what South Africans believe. That is what we know, and that is what we have chosen. Mbombela, the stadium in Nelspruit, that is where we are for this final Castle Lager in a coming series. The Springboks taking on the Lelos. The Springboks are completely unbeaten in their 2025 international window, and what more could we want than that as South Africans? A pilot cannot fly alone, so I definitely cannot do it without all of these young guns here next to me. I've got former Springbok captain Jongh de Villiers, former Springbok Hanyani Shamangi, and making her SuperSport debut, former Springbok woman Zane Jordan. Zane, I'm going to speak to you. Welcome to the chaos that is SuperSport, the 30 years of SuperSport.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. I must say we're celebrating something very special, 30 years of SuperSport, and also coming out here to experience some good rugby and just having some fun and have a vibe in this beautiful stadium.
Well, a vibe is exactly what we're building, but we are also remembering the legacy that is Mr. Nelson Mandela. Yesterday, I said what I'm doing for 67 minutes is keeping quiet and allowing everybody else to speak for 67 minutes. JDV, you had a really, really good relationship with the old man. Can you just talk to us and reflect on him?
Yeah, look, I mean, when you say that, it seems as if I knew him really well and, you know, spent a lot of time. It wasn't that much time, but I had the absolute privilege to meet him, and a couple of times as a Springbok team, you know, we went to his residence. One of my most cherished things that I have in my house is a photo of myself with the William Webb Ellis Cup and Nelson Mandela, which he signed and personalized to me, which was very special. He was an unbelievable human being, and I think that legacy is one that needs to live on forever, not just for a couple of years, forever, because what he did for South Africa and what he meant to the world, I don't think we can fathom and really put into words.
Shabby, I mean, we can just look around the stadium and it's almost as though the pictures paint exactly what he said.
Exactly. Look, I mean, we're so incredibly proud of this rugby team, but also, you know, you come to Nelspruit at a lunch yesterday, everyone was there, the excitement of just bringing the Springboks to this town. I think the big one was the All Blacks came here for Argentina last year. I think Eben obviously got that record of his, and this time to play Georgia, but all the towns are great. You know, you look at Port Elizabeth, the Barbars in the rain, Pretoria has been good, and still a couple more games at home for the Springboks, but the support has been phenomenal, and that's what happens when a team performs. When they win, the Springboks are in a good position, but what a way to sort of celebrate the legacy of Mr. Mandela. We're lucky that we got to meet him, as you know, before the anthem then, and he was definitely gave us the edge. When he was around, the Springboks didn't lose, and we felt that watching him in 95 and getting to run out for the Springboks and meet him when we were on the field. So fantastic, but again, green and gold everywhere. It's going to be a fantastic day.
There was a great story that George Gregan actually shared with us on tour once, when he said, you know, whenever they saw Nelson Mandela, you know, in the change room or saw him close to us, a team, he knew there's no chance. They're not beating us today. So, you know, he was the good luck charm. We never used to lose when he was around. But even now, like I said, that legacy still lives on.
Well, the Springboks have pretty much been on the tip of everyone's tongue this whole week. We're talking innovation, we're talking rules and what that means. Do we feel that, the Springboks have laid a good enough foundation going into this Rugby Championship?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, if we look at the previous test recently, last week in Port Elizabeth, they've put up a lekker show for the people out there. I mean, they were innovative. They came with some tricks in the middle of the field as well. So that was some good rugby there.
Yeah, and this season's going to ramp up. If you look at last year, started off against, was it Ireland, and then the All Blacks came here. This time, Italy, Georgia, but then we've got Australia, then the All Blacks away, then Ireland and France away. So it's certainly going to ramp up. So all of us, a lot of preparation. But I mean, we're chatting about this during the week that if you take any one of these players, and there's 50, or how many, a squad of 50 or 40 something, and you selected a team, there's not many teams that you could select and say, this is a weak team. This team would struggle against X, Y, Z. So that's a privilege we've been. But it takes time to build depth. It takes bravery to select some of the players, give them a run. But the development's there, the winning culture's there, and we're asking good questions in terms of innovation. Some people complain about it. I love it, because we've also been on the receiving end of teams doing certain things against us, saying, is it against the law, isn't it? Is it in the spirit of the game? But at least, as long as we're driving that conversation, we're in a good space.
Yeah, but and we as South Africans, I mean, you look at everything that's been thrown at us. We've seen what Dr. Rassie Erasmus has done. He's probably also asked, he wants to continue coaching the side. John, do we know, has the plan been set forth enough for 2027?
The question is, does Rassie know? If Rassie knows, then we're fine. Yeah. But for us to try and think what Rassie's thinking, that is impossible. So, look, we go by their track record, and their track record shows that they are unbelievable in terms of their planning. They are unbelievable in terms of, looking not only a couple of months ahead or even a year ahead, but way into the distance, saying, okay, well, if we want to go there, if that is our end goal, how do we get there? And if there are some stumbling blocks along the way, let's make sure that the guys that step in, etc., that they are good enough by that time. And I think that was part of this, the 2 test matches against Italy and now also against Georgia. Blood young guys, another 3 debutants today, blood guys, so that by the time we hit 2027 World Cup in Australia, if we have guys that might, not be up for it age-wise, injuries, etc., then you have guys that's got 10, 15, 20 caps already, and even though they might be less experienced, they've got the experience that is needed for a World Cup.
And I think we're already a season ahead. You remember after the World Cup, we started changing the squad around, introducing new players. I mean, between now and the World Cup, there's probably about 30 games, which is one club season. So already last year, by bringing in new players, introducing new blood, you look at Rassie getting a good run, against the bigger teams, against the All Blacks, Sasha coming into the mix, the changes in the front row, a lot of young players being introduced. We're already a season ahead because there's 30 games left, and you're not going to cap a lot of guys now to make it to the World Cup. But what's going to be interesting is the squad gets cut. I think after this game or next week, who do you leave out? Who's going to be in the Rugby Championship squad and who goes forward?
Yeah, no, Shami and John, I just want to touch on what you were saying about the squad depth and also the young guys coming in. If we have a look at Edward van der Merwe, what a great performance he showcased out there. And I said the other day, yes, Rassie's going to have a headache for choosing Goat's team.
Yeah, well, there is so much to look forward to. The fans have started making their way into the stadium to come and see their heroes. There are fans who want to see what the Springboks are doing all over. We're going to catch up with Carly McKenzie, who's hanging out in Spur with some of those South African fans.
Thank you, Leila. Thousands of fans are on their way to the stadium to watch the Springboks against Georgia at 5:10. Maar as jy nie op pad is na die stadion toe nie, moenie worry nie. Ons is by Spur Mountain Spring in Mbombela. We are waiting for the big kickoff at 5:10. Let me sit back at my table. Ben, when you guys decided to come to Spur today, who made the big decision?
It was my mom. My mom decided, yeah.
Well, the mom decided. We are in Mbombela. It's a special place. Siya Kolisi made his debut here. Why is Mbombela so special?
I feel like Mbombela is such a small community, but there's so much vibes you can already see. And another thing, Rassie Erasmus has said before that this is his favorite city to play, so it has that vibe, yeah.
Well, she said it. Rassie said it himself. We are waiting for kickoff right here at Spur. Leila, back to you.
Yeah, well, the fans are staying nice and warm in that Spur. You know, we also kind of wish that we had some ribs to just keep us entertained and keep our stomachs full throughout at the stadium. The fans want to win. They want to win absolutely everything. That is what they look like coming into the stadium. It's a moment for fans to be able to say that they've seen their heroes run out on the park, and who else than the Springboks? That's what they have come to see. The Springboks, and we said, have played some entertaining rugby, so hopefully we can see some more entertainment, some more innovation here today. You know, if we're looking at what the Springboks are bringing to this jersey now, Shami, when you look back at when you played, did you think you guys would be doing lineouts in the middle of the field?
Look, there's a Paul Russ under 14B team that's very happy. You know, they can take that one with them forever. How the Springboks copied their move. But look, innovation's part of the game. But the reality is the fundamentals don't change. You're wrong, a strong set piece, dominate gain line. You need skill to give it to these guys to score tries. And that's the honest truth. So if you look at the Springboks, the fundamentals are there. They don't have a good scrum. They've got a brilliant and excellent scrum that's dominated over H's. The line-out's good. And then around that, around your core fundamentals, you can innovate, bring in this and that, bring in a couple of tricks, bring in the X factor, bring in that it factor that players can do. So within that structure, you still got the license to throw.
Yeah, well, we have gone and sprinkled legends all over the stadium. Mbombela, who are you hanging out with?
Let me tell you something, Leila. It's been a star-studded affair. I've got Ezekiel Sepeng here, legendary runner. How are you feeling, Ezekiel?
Yeah, it's getting hotter and hotter as it's getting closer to the start of the games. And I can't wait. You know, I'm excited, yeah.
Talking about excitement, you know, you got the privilege to meet Nelson Mandela. We speak about Mandela Day. It happened yesterday. You got the privilege. How was that experience for you?
Look, it's always it's a great opportunity and experience to meet the former president, Mr. Nelson Mandela. You know, for me, what surprised me was like he was exactly telling me what I did wrong during my race in 1996. And I always thought politicians never watch what we do as sports. They will just come and talk. But he exactly told me what I did wrong, what should I have done right here.
Yo, wow, that's quite an interesting one. And then tell us, SuperSport is celebrating 30 years. It's been incredible moments of incredible sporting reporting broadcast. You've been a part of that essentially, and you've seen it evolve. What is a moment that stood out for you?
Yeah, look, for me it was back in those days in 1995, the World Cup rugby, then the AFCON, Bafana backed it up. Then we came 1996, where the Olympic Games, Josiah Tughani, myself, Penny Haynes. For me, those are the moments, and I think that's the moment that are sitting in South Africans' hearts for the rest of our life. Yeah.
I love that. Sport has been definitely a tool that's united us all, like Nelson Mandela has said. And that's it from me for now. I've still got a lot of people to get through. Back to you, Leila.
Oh, thank Mbombela. We said that we are sprinkling legends absolutely everywhere, but you also have an opportunity to become a legend. Coca-Cola is making you become a Bok. You can scan that QR code or visit rugby.coke.co.za to win the ultimate Be a Bok experience. You can sit in the press conferences, you can wear those jerseys, and that is exactly what we want you to do. Don't go anywhere. We've got so much more to unpack here after the break.
Our favorite player is Sia Kolisi. And my favorite player is Andre Pollard.
Mine is Kobe.
My favorite player is Sia, and he's a great leader.
Hi guys, best player for me today is Boni Bonambi. Am I right?
Hi, my favorite player is Grant Williams because he's nippy and he's the scrum half that we need.
Made you a bucky.
It's not a bucket, it's a Hilux.
roll with us.
Growing up, my father wore Pringle of Scotland. And so I want to pass that heritage on to my boy, to show him that life is all about hard work, but also about enjoying every moment, celebrating the good times in life. For me, it's about a legacy passed down through generations, leaving a legacy that's timeless, worn with pride, cherished forever. Pringle of Scotland, timeless legacy.
Think you've seen it all in 2025? Well, Rory slayed his demons, Scotty stamped his authority, and JJ, he stunned the world. But to be crowned champion golfer of the year, around here, that's something else.
Shane Lowry is the Open champion. An Irishman has won in Ireland.
Northern Ireland is calling. Royal Portrush is waiting. The final major of the year, the Open Championship, live on SuperSport. Broadcast proudly brought to you by Ford.
This one is for. Can he deliver? It's looking good.
And it's a beauty!
PostNet delivers, no matter what.
Thank you for believing in each other. Thank you for putting all your hard work.
Thank you for never giving up.
Thank you for bringing the game to more people. Thank you.
David, we didn't have 60,000 South Africans. We had 43 million South Africans.
It's Andre Yubert on the far side. Will Andre Yubert? Dalton will break away. Dalton tries. Modestein has won the game for South Africa. It's been charged down by Cheslin Colby. For the second time, he raises it as South Africa are crowned world champions.
Years of SuperSport, 30 years of your World of Champions, and 30 years since the Springboks have lifted that incredible Webb Ellis trophy. We said that it is 30 years of excellence and 30 years of legends. Another legend that we will be catching up with is Makhaya Ntini. Lesego, what does Makhaya Ntini have to say?
Thank you for putting all your hard work.
Thank you for never giving up.
Thank you.
Listen, Leila, this is the perfect day for a cross-pollination between cricket and rugby. And right now, I'm standing next to a legend of note. If you know your cricket, you'll know this gentleman, Makhaya Ntini. It's so good to see you at the rugby. How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
What are you doing here? I don't want to see No, yeah, and whoever that is. It's awesome and to be here, I think, as well, you know, coming, you know, to Mbombela. You know the song that says, when you come Mbombela, boy, says, this is the reason we are here.
Talk about just your love for rugby and what brings you here.
I played rugby before cricket at school, and I think, you know, for me to come here and actually being part and parcel of being honored, you know, at one of the legends in the country, I should say. You know, I'm with Doctor, I'm with Umama Wayebalega Ngenyawo Dala, Umamuzola Bad. You know, it actually is one of those things that we never thought it will happen, although that it's only cricket that will honor us, not rugby.
It's Mandela month. You know that we're celebrating the legend. Talk us through the moment you met him and how that felt for you.
Wow. I remember 2003, if you remember, the World Cup was in South Africa. We met up with Tatu Mandela in Cape Town. And then he called me aside and says, Makhaya, ndifuna uhambe ugoduke. He think that my home is Duncan Village. You must go to Duncan Village and tell them that we in Kwenkwezi. How? Tatu Madiba. kanjani angiwaseDuncan Village ngwakwamdinga elalini. You know, it was one of those warming moments. And then we all know that Tatu Mandela as well from Ekunu, you know, it really covers the all regions. You know, for him as well, you know, just to say that to me, it made a massive difference, knowing that this guy, he carried our nation. Now he's telling me I must go back home and tell them that I'm the Ngwengwezi, so that I must carry that flag with me as well.
And you've definitely carried that flag. Thank you, Makaya. We're going to be talking to more legends. But over to you, Leila.
Thank you for believing in each other.
You guys make a massive contribution.
Thank you for never giving up.
Well, probably one of our colleagues that have the most personality, Mr. Makaya Ntini. It's not everybody that bowls that is able to break a wicket, so what a legend. And that is exactly what SuperSport has done for the last 30 years. We've created legends not only in front of the screens, not only as players, but legends behind the screens, being able to bring all of this chaos to lives, to your homes in this production. It is all of us that have come together to make this incredible for you. Let's take a look at all of those that make this so special.
We celebrate 30 years of SuperSport, bringing you the most scintillating sporting action.
SuperSport has evolved enormously over the 30 years of existence, and I've been so privileged to be part of that and to see that evolution.
There's all these new faces. I think SuperSport has been around for so long, and so many people want to get involved. The excitement that people come with, the energy, the drive that comes with means the future is always bright.
Well, take a look at that.
Base sport is sport. If it works for that team, it can work for yours as well. Great to see that kind of variation.
Building talent depth is a non-negotiable. You look at what Rassie is doing with the Springboks, and the same can apply in the field of broadcasting.
No, Rassie is not the only person with the tricks up his sleeve. Within our space, we always have to be innovative. We can't be doing TV as usual as we used to be. My name is Samuel Sijamoholo. I'm a senior producer, and for the past 2 Saturdays, I've been a match technical director. What makes a Springbok Saturday is understanding that the whole country is behind the Springboks. So you've got to be able to show off that spectacle for what it is.
The work is good in front, the work at the back even better.
My name is Leila Arison, and I've been the second voice commentator on the Springboks against Italy. It's not every single day that you get to be the first female to sit on the second chair and be able to analyse a Springbok game. South Africans are incredibly passionate about their rugby, and to be able to be a voice and be able to tell someone's story in that journey is an honour and a privilege.
Absolute magic down here and fireworks about to happen.
I'm Connie Bekus. I've been the replay director in the past 2 Saturdays. It feels awesome. It's something that I've waited for a long time, and I'll probably never forget this moment.
Something quite special. I'm Paul Stubbs, and for the last 3 Saturdays, I've been lead commentator in English language on Springbok Test match. My first impressions of the vibe. Wow, absolutely incredible. The energy of that environment, it's just an amazing opportunity, the likes of which I could have never dreamed of.
But what a privilege, what opportunity.
To have the new faces, the new voices coming into the system and really learning their trade and building their lived experiences is hugely important.
It is innovation, and hopefully innovation that excites and gets people excited for what the journey of SuperSport will be for the next 30 years and 30 plus years. It's instilled me with a lot of confidence to want to go out and again, keep upskilling, keep refining my craft.
There's just no better place to be challenged and no better place to grow.
It means a lot to me, something I'll always treasure and I'll never take lightly. Always, that's why I'm always going to look at my games to try and see how do I better myself, how do I improve myself so that opportunities can keep on coming. I think gratitude that someone actually gave me the opportunity to do this. And hopefully 10 years from now I can do the same for someone else and make their dream come true like mine's been.
Well, we are just trying to make South Africans smiles from in front of the camera to behind the camera. Every single one of these faces and voices are just trying to make the rugby and the game of rugby that you love so much. They're working hard, and we'd say thank you to every single one of our crew, every single one of our producers, all of our bosses here at SuperSport. 30 years of SuperSport. Hopefully many, many more to come. It could not happen without these people. This is what it looks like. That is where all the chaos happens, right there in those booths, in the vans. And these are the guys that try and find those special pictures, perhaps moments that we don't want to see even. That is what they have been trained to find, and we say thank you to every single one of them. John, I'm going to come to you. 30 years of SuperSport. Can you tell me your favorite moment of working at SuperSport?
Yeah, look, you always stick to rugby, right? From 1995 when we won the World Cup for the first time, I can certainly remember where I was at, at my home in Paarl, watching with one of my friends, just being part of that, even though you're not there at the stadium. Then later, all the successes that we've had in sport, whether that is athletics, whether it's Ezekiel Sipeng, or the Bafana AFCON, or the cricket now lately, or the rugby, you're part of it because of SuperSport, and you know where you were. So it was special. And I suppose the question to you, Leila, from where you started, where Zane is today, how's that journey been for you at SuperSport?
Oh man, it's been an incredible moment to be able to come and say that you're part of the incredible institution and the incredible company that is SuperSport. 30 years of SuperSport, and how lucky are we to be able to stand in front of the cameras, in front of, you used to sit in front of the TV screens. My mom tore her calf rather, watching the Currie Cup final when Western Province was playing. So to be able to now be in front of that camera is incredible. I mean, Shimmy, you came from being a player. Zane, you came from being a player too. Zane, I'm going to come to you actually. What's it like? You used to see all of these things on TV, and now to be here and to be a part of this?
Well, one thing I can say, I might not have the 30 years of experience, but just having this moment, being part of the 30 years, celebrating that is really a special moment. And also just going back to playing for the country, what better way of doing that? It's always an honor. But I mean, standing here in front of the cameras, yeah, it's a great experience.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, mine, I'll always pick 95 World Cup, the opening game against Australia. My brother actually carried the match ball on and gave it to Mr. Mandela. So look, it was the match ball. So as a family, I think, we had a vested interest to watch it. I think he was about 12, 13, skinny little legs, but he actually carried the match ball on. The match ball looked massive. So yeah, my younger brother carried it.
So your brother's actually the most famous guy in your family.
Exactly.
No, that's fantastic to hear, Shimmy.
Well, he carried to your friend, I never knew you were friends with Mr. Mandela. You learn something new every day. I've known you for ages, Juan. I never knew you guys were that close, though. But my brother carried on the match ball. So I remember 95, the opening ceremony, because of that. We bunked school. The last 2 periods of school to actually, we were told not to go. Yeah. We said stuff that we're going to watch the Springboks play, you watch the Springboks running out. And then being on SuperSports working, it's probably the most unscripted form of entertainment. You don't know what is going to happen. We'll learn about Georgian rugby today. A schoolboy, the Paul Rust guys doing that line out. It's all there because there's a camera, there's someone behind the camera, there's somebody capturing it, and we bring it out to the world and we do it in style.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I cannot believe that you two have been put together to work on this production, so it's really good, the Terrible Twos. Well, we're celebrating 30 years of SuperSport. We're also celebrating 15 years of Mzansi Magic. Ishaka Ilembe, that is what is happening, being able to maintain the throne, keep the throne there. Mbombela hung out with some important people.
Thank you so much, Leila. I am joined here with people who make the entire stadium look very beautiful. Our former Miss Universe, Zozibini, and I've also got our favorite actress humanitarian, Nomzamo Bata. Also a producer. How are you doing, lovely ladies?
We're so happy to be here.
I love it. How's the experience for you here to witness the Springboks play the game we love the most as South Africans, rugby?
Watching the Springboks play is always just such an incredible thing. They bring so much warmth and joy to everybody. We're just a bunch of winners, and yeah.
All I gotta say is no DNA, just RSA.
Just RSA.
And talking about no DNA, just RSA, Zozibini, yourself, you have been a person who's been able to rally us and unite us as South Africans to support you as the same way we do at Springboks. How does it feel to have that kind of same feelings as the Springboks, where you can rally the entire country to back you?
Yeah, I love that you said that. I feel like I have such a nice personal relationship with the Springboks, because back in 2019, I won Miss Universe when they won the World Cup, and so
So it was just like this huge moment for all of us. And so it's just been so incredible to come back and to see them again and just enjoy the game. Yeah.
Definitely, Nomzamo, you on Shaka Ilembe, you speak a story about legacy and kind of building that story and being proud as being a South African.
Yeah.
How does it feel with you being here and sharing that kind of same kind of feeling with the Springboks?
It's unbelievable. I mean, SuperSport is celebrating 30 years. The Boks are celebrating 30 years.
Yeah.
Multi-choice, Mzansi Magic is celebrating 15 years. So to be a part of something so incredible, to tell a story of our origins, of who we are and where we come from, and see that united feeling through storytelling, through the arts and through entertainment, and then to be at the stadium to come and celebrate people who just make us so proud.
Yeah.
We go anywhere in the world and it's like, oh, where are you from? South Africa. Oh my God, the Springbok. And so it's just such a levitated feeling to take that 4.5-hour drive to Mbombela to come and witness our most incredible and our proudest products just do the absolute most.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I hope you enjoy the rest of the experience. That's it from me and these lovely ladies. Hopefully I'll see them a bit later. Back to you, Leila.
15 years of Mzansi Magic, 15 years of telling homegrown stories right here in South Africa. We're telling stories, we want your cupboards filled, and we've got so many competitions that you can take part in. The Pick and Pay competition, enter that on supersport.com. You stand a chance to win 5,000 Rand every single time on every match, and 50,000 Rand grand prize. There is a match to talk about, and we will talk about all of that right after this.
Nyambose seyomkhwenyana waseGudungo. Yena uphikisana nesinqumo sami ngithi. Ukukhulu ukusithoba kunjalo Nyambose. Dlala omuni lo dlala uyihlo. Nyambose. Uthonzane. Abajojwe. Tengiswayo azoguqala bayithi.
Thank you for believing in each other.
Thank you for putting all your hard work.
Thank you for never giving up.
Thank you for bringing the game to more people.
Thank you.
Our deadline's coming up fast, so unfortunately we're gonna have to work again this weekend.
Due to a signaling issue, the traffic is temporarily...
Modern lifestyles can feel demanding, but now there's an easy way to give your body what it demands. Try DS24 Multivitamin Daily. Recommended by healthcare professionals, each capsule contains 24 vitamins and minerals to support a healthy metabolism. Plus, DS24 is formulated with folic acid, antioxidants, vitamin C and zinc that help maintain immune function. To help your body keep up with life's demands, try DS24 Multivitamin. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
My name is Jessica Barnard and I'm from Secondary Meisje School Urania. To me, winning means fitting all the small puzzles to get the bigger picture, and it's about personal growth and supporting your team. For all the young netball players, keep working, your time will come.
Winning, in her words, a celebration of the DStv Schools Netball Challenge.
Coach. I see you also styling the fancy boots now.
Right to my feet.
Right in your feet. Yeah. How long have me and you been doing this now?
15 years, man.
15 years. Well, we've certainly done a few things, eh?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think we can go again. You ready? One more time.
Yes. Yes.
Light the fire this game day with a winning lineup from Checkers. Like Grill House pre-cooked marinated pork spare ribs for $129.99 per kilo. Fanta, Sprite or Stony soft drinks, any two for 35 Rand. And Heineken Premium Silver Original or non-alcoholic beer, 2 6-packs for 175 Rand. Light the fire, South Africa, and let Checkers do the rest.
Mbombela Stadium is the stage. We are starting to raise the curtain here on this final Castle Lager incoming series test match. We said the Springboks are unbeaten in their 2025 international season. And what more could South Africans want than to see their heroes right in front of them? They're even warming up right in front of us at the moment. We said we have spoken 30 years of Springboks, we've spoken 30 years of SuperSport. We've said that there are legends all over. We are going to catch up with Dr. Khumalo, DK15, Bafana Bafana AFCON winner with Mbombela.
Let me tell you something, Leila, and Lesego said it best. We have so many legends here in the building today. I'm here with Dr. Khumalo, the legend himself. Dr. Khumalo, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm good. Can you tell me something? You're here in Mbombela. How has the energy been like? How are you feeling the energy in terms of preparing for this rugby game?
Firstly, let me thank SA Rugby for the invite. I never thought I would be invited in such big games. And I must say that I'm very humble. The atmosphere is not that electrifying like the other games that I saw on TV, but I would like to believe that there is going to be something that is going to be electrifying when the game starts.
Definitely. I mean, it is the calm before the storm. Yeah. And talking about the calm before the storm, let's get straight into it. The Banyana girls are playing later on this afternoon in WAFCON, and they've made it to quarterfinals. How do you feel about that? What do you think the girls need to do to push to make sure that they get all the way to the end?
Mzansi, this is time for us to rally behind the women. This is a month where we celebrate Madiba. How do we celebrate Madiba without supporting our own that are participating, that are carrying our flag? They're playing Senegal, and after Senegal is Nigeria. So I just want to wish them all the best of luck because they actually defending the title in Morocco. So to the girls and Desiree and the technical team, I want to say to all South Africans, support the ladies because they are carrying the South African flag. Go Banyana Banyana, I'm behind you guys.
We love that so much. Thank you so much. And one last question. You briefly mentioned to me earlier that you have been a part of SuperSport's journey. As you know, we are celebrating 30 years. Please tell us about your role and what they did with you when you were around.
I must say thank you for SuperSport because I wouldn't be the greatest of analysts in South Africa because they're the one that gave me an opportunity. And to all the guys that I work with, unfortunately I can't mention all of them because of time, but SuperSport did a great deal. I only realized my other talent because SuperSport gave me an opportunity and it's out there. So thank you SuperSport, I love you, thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You've heard it from the amazing Dr. Khumalo himself. Back to you, Leila.
Yeah, well, 1996, an incredible moment. I wasn't born yet, but we believe that South Africans came together. Tonight, the Banyana side actually go for the WAFCON title defense. So what more could we want? But we are here for the rugby, gentlemen. Shami, I'm going to come to you. Georgia obviously played the Toyota Cheetahs last week. The result didn't go their way. But we were speaking about the fact that they've got something much more that they are trying to build for the rest of the year as well as come next.
Yeah, look, they're trying to get to 8th in the world. I think they've got America, Samoa, and Japan at the end of the season. And if they win those games, they get to, I think, 8th in the world, and then the seeding happens so they can avoid the top seeds, which sets them up for a World Cup. So they're coming from a low player base. Some of their players could have still played at the Under-20 World Cup. But one thing that you bring is a hard edge. We saw those players coming in. They all look like MMA fighters. You know, I think Eddie Jones, I was reading something now, Eddie Jones said the babies are born with beards there. They're a tough nation, they're a physical nation, and then you got to throw in the Cockrell factor. You know, you look at him as a hooker. A team's always an extension of the coach. He was a tough, nuggety hooker in your face, and that's the edge he wants to bring through to Georgia today.
I mean, Zane, coming off of a loss against one of our Currie Cup sides, you know, where do they find energy today facing the mighty unbeaten Springboks?
I think it must come from within. I think any team that faces the Springboks would bring the best game to the party. I mean, I'm sure they'll come with guns blazing and come out with a fight and give their best.
Yeah, well, giving their best is exactly what is going to be needed. The man that is going to be hoping that it isn't too big of an eyesore on the scoreline, we'll hear from their head coach, Richard Cockrell.
Richard, welcome to Mbombela here. What's been your primary focus this week for your team?
Physicality, belief in what we're going to do, knowing that we're going to come up against the best team in the world, and we're going to have to be very, very good to survive. So we want to stay in the game. We're very proud in what we do. We're a proud rugby nation, and we need to make sure we show that tonight.
Talking about the pride, how do you go about instilling that belief into the team?
Starts at set piece, first scrum, first line out, first tackles, first contacts. We need to stand toe-to-toe with the Springboks and fight and show what we're about as men. So that's the game. If we can't win the physical battle, you're not going to win. So our first objective is to match them physically and psychologically and see where it takes us.
Nice continuity in the side. You coach Black Lion. There's a lot of players playing in front. So the guys are used to playing against the big men, but also exciting for the team to come out here and see what they can do.
Oh, look, it's a great experience for us. I know it's... We're very much looking forward to the challenge. Look, the reality is we may not win the game, but we want to come away from the pitch playing our best game and showing the Springboks what we're about.
All the best.
Thank you. Cheers, boys.
Well, they're going to have to go from the minute get. John, we look at that team sheet. Any specific names, players that stand out for you?
Yeah, actually, all of them stand out, Leila, because I can't pronounce any of them. It's, again, we know that the set face will be extremely important for them here today. And they've got experience there. So, Akalatse, the loose head, plays for Clermont. Karakatse for Montpellier, the hooker. Aptiari, the tight head Leon player. Those are the guys that they will rely on to give that stability from a set face point of view. And then also in the back line, Vasil Lobzanidze, the scrum half, he's played in 3 World Cups, he's got a lot of experience, and he's kind of the talisman in terms of, directing the play. David Ninashvili, their fullback, also exciting player, good with ball in hand, and also the back 3 as a whole, I think, has got a lot of experience. Alexander Todua, the left winger, 37 years old. So he's got 122 caps, lots of experience there. But can they front up against the physicality of the Springboks? Can they stop what will be coming their way from an attacking point of view with the flair that South Africa has? And that is the challenge laying before them today. For South Africa, the worst mistake you can make is underestimate this team. They are ranked number 11th in the world. They've got quality within their side, and you have to still follow your processes to make a good game of this today.
And remember, Richard Cockrell has been saying, let us play Wales. Let's play a promotion relegation game. Let's take on Wales. Let's see if we can play in the Six Nations. So this team is a team that's been building. I spoke about the low player base, but a coaching staff that's experienced. Every team in France has got one Georgian player, and it's generally in the front row or in the pack. So they do bring a hard edge. They want to feel like they belong. Black Lions done well. I think they're looking, if one of the Welsh teams drops out of URC, they're putting their hands up and saying, just put us inside this. So, it's a team that won't shy away from the physical contest, but then discipline has to be good. The kicking game has to be good. And all those other fundamentals. What does success look like today for Georgia? If they're in this game or nearby with 20 minutes to go, I think the job is done for them.
Leila, I think what's also important is for the viewers also to understand, we look at Wales, and yes, Wales have had a terrible run, but we still have that respect for Wales. Wales is ranked 13th in the world. Georgia's ranked 11th in the world. They've played in every single World Cup since 2003. So they're competitive. They want to do better. The under-20 teams are doing really well in that competition. And you can see throughout this team now, yes, there's some senior players, but a lot of youngsters coming through. And it's the new age of Georgian rugby that we will witness here today.
So we speak about the front up physicality because that's where matches are won. You've got to get that front foot ball to be able to try and unleash something at the back. You'll know coming from a team.
Yeah, definitely. If you get a good foundation from the forwards in front, once that pack starts going forward, it makes it so much easier for the backs to start striking from there. So I think being forward dominant is one key factor.
Well, we are definitely going to be hoping that the Springboks pull up something good. The Springboks, they're actually warming up right here behind us. We've got 3 debutants. We've also got Kobus Visser, the man, the myth, the legend. Guys, Let's talk about Quibus, because he's slotting in and he's replacing his brother that got that red card. Shami?
Yeah, look, they've obviously done a family deal there. They'll split the match fees probably. But look, Visa played loose forward as a youngster. I remember watching him as a 19-year-old tough kid from Uppington. He was almost too good for under-19 rugby. A year later, Robbie Fleck picked him for Super Rugby, and he started at that position. Then he went away for a while. But in terms of, look what the Springboks require from an 8. He's the loose forward in the midfield, John. He's the guy that's going to stop momentum, but more importantly, you need someone to get you momentum. So if he fires and he has carries like that and he's over the advantage line, it makes it easier for the forwards, the edge forwards, the back line to get going. But he plays an important role in the Springbok mix and an extra line-out option.
Yeah, and also, you talk about obviously Jasper Visser being now out for a couple of games and replacing like for like. You don't get much closer than replacing like for like when you have the same genes and from the same family.
Yeah.
So Quibus Visser coming in, plays the same style. He'll be carrying hard up the guts in the middle of the field. And like Shimi said, that line-out option as well. So it's a big game for him to show whether he can play. Yes, your lines differs a little bit, where you move on the field, etc. But that experience that's with him in that loose duo combination with the Sia Khaleesi and Peter Steph Toy certainly makes the job much easier for him.
Well, Zane, there are 3 debutants in that front row. They're walking straight onto the field, and they are wearing the green and gold for the first time. Talk about that moment in front of this crowd.
It must be a special moment. Hey? I think not any player can basically pull over the green and gold jersey over their head. I'm sure that this is a very special moment for them, and they're obviously looking forward to run out for their country and make it a special moment for themselves and the team.
Yeah, and Rassie's thrown the gauntlet down. Georgian went for the scrumming, 3 new debutants in the front row, and I had the chat with him. He said, I want to see if these guys can scrum. Can they do it? And, as much as, they'll talk about the loose play, the general play, when that whistle goes and that first call for the scrum goes, that's when these men have to kick to action. That's what they're going to be judged by today, because the Springbok scrum is important in South African rugby, and you don't want to drop the standard. So it's good scrummers though. Juan, obviously the Boks have done the research, very good scrummer. They all know each other. Importantly is how well they're going to scrum.
Yeah, Shimi, the beautiful thing about sport, the beautiful thing about rugby is that, Juan Venter probably went overseas, play in Scotland, never thinking that he would get the opportunity to play for South Africa. He is now here in Mbombela, getting the opportunity to represent his country. So it doesn't matter how big the occasion is. It doesn't matter about the stress you're feeling. You want to go out there and make the jersey proud. The same thing for Manus van der Merwe and Neetling Fischer, probably one that has been waiting the longest. They would be so determined to make a big impact today. It's one opportunity. A lot of people never ever get that one opportunity. You get it today, make the most of it. I cannot wait to see what the 3 of them can do today.
And they've been waiting a while. You consider how long they've been in camp for. In Joburg, this whole time they've been waiting, match after match. Am I going to get selected? Am I going to get picked? And eventually that moment comes. But they'll be smiling in their hearts, they'll have fire in their belly, and they'll want to represent South Africa well.
I also think that what is important there, they've got a nice and well-oiled, experienced players around them. You have the likes like our captain, Sia Khaleesi. You've got Given Etzebeth there also. Just great leadership in there, which can help them also in the game.
Yeah, it makes the job so much easier when youngsters are introduced into the setup, but they're surrounded by experienced guys. If we look at the team sheet, you'll see that there's so many experienced guys in the back, and certainly in the back line as well, that will help them with this whole experience of playing their first test match.
Well, I mean, we want to talk about it. You've got Given Etzebeth alongside Ruan Nortje. I mean, look, that is what you want. You want to be able to have Nortje come and you play alongside an Etzebeth. You want Visser playing alongside Sia Khaleesi as well as Peter Steph today. You want Ken and Rudy playing alongside Damien Dalenda.
Yeah, you do. But also I think what's been created within the Springbok setup at the moment is the competition within the squad. Edwin van der Merwe, again, huge opportunity for him. Starting on the right again for South Africa. 2 games, 2 man of the matches, 3 tries scored. Okay, but he's up against quality wingers. Curtly Arendse, Cheslin Colby. He gets another opportunity today. He would want to put on another man of the match performance. And that's how tough the competition is within this squad. Because if you don't perform, you won't get selected for the next one.
Yeah, and what's going to be the attitude marker is the physical collisions. Rassie spoke about it. He said, we're not trying to try and match these guys and see if we can handle them. We want to dominate these guys. They're going to go back to Georgia thinking, geez, those South Africans, you don't mess around with them in South Africa. Physically, they're going to dominate. And that's the challenge that's been set by Rassie, because what happens is they start getting into the breakdown, they start growing a bit of confidence. We saw what happened with the first Italy game at the breakdown. If you're not committed, if you're not going to fly into rucks, flying to contact, the rest doesn't happen. Yeah. And that's going to be the thing for the Springboks. They're going to have to set a foundation, make a statement nice and early. Actually, they might just kick the ball off directly in the beginning and have a scrum like they did last week. And let's see what happens next week. But no, it's a physical foundation that they're going to have to set. And then from then on, everything kicks in.
Yeah, well, they've been bending rules all over the place. The man that loves bending the rules and keeping everybody on their toes, head coach Rassie Rasmus, this is what he has to say.
Rassie, several changes to the team, but some excited front rows today.
Yeah, no, I guess we actually planned it for these three. They're not young guys, they're experienced players, but it's their first test match. You know, 1 or 2 played against the Barbarians. But this is probably the test where we will see can the guys scrum or not. Obviously, it's not just on the front row. You know, it's obviously, as you would know, it's the whole pack that scrums really well. So scrums will be a challenge. I think for Kobus at 8th man, he will be a little bit new, but we think he can do it. And overall, there's quite a few guys that doesn't have a lot of caps. So we think it's going to be a grind against these guys, but exactly what we need before we go into the Rugby Championship.
Talking about looking ahead to the Rugby Championship, also good to have Sia back in the mix.
No, always like to see her back into the mix. You know, he's our captain. He knows how to set the temperature in the team, or the climate in the team, if I can call it that way. But yeah, it's going to take a team effort. You know, there's not 1 or 2 guys that must play well. If all 23's got the same goal and mission, and I think we're pretty much aligned, because I know what Richard Cockerell coach like, and I know he's got the personnel to bring that physicality, and that's something we will not just have to match, but to trump.
Georgia always a tricky proposition, good at scrum time, but they will bring the physical challenge which you need.
No, definitely. We all know, and I guess the thing is not to try and contain their physicality. You know, we don't like to say we're a powerful team. We like to think we're a physical team. But this is another test for us to see, you know, not just trying to contain their physicality, but actually to try and overpower them, which will be really tough.
All the best, Russ.
Thank you so much.
Well, we've been talking physicality this entire day, but I actually want to bring back a man that shows some flair, and I want to bring this to you, Zane. Sasha Feinberg and Zulu at 10 just knows how to unlock the Springboks in a different way.
Yeah, we've watched him play in that position. He just brings out something different. And when you look at him, it's just flair, it's skill. He's got the vision. He can put players in spaces. He can give us momentum as well. There's so much talent there and so much skill that he produces.
I mean, Shim, when the Springboks are playing, we're getting that gain line dominance. We are getting over the advantage line. Does that allow those guys to kind of come in and express themselves and perhaps show some innovation in the backline? Does the backline get innovation?
It all starts up front. Once you get gain line, it makes it a whole lot easier. But I think the key for Sasha, I think, is to get the balance between the X factor, and sometimes the easy thing is just to let the ball go. Let it go, let it go. He's good enough, he's instinctive enough, just like Grant Williams, to know when that hole is going to be there and have a go. You know what I mean? So he doesn't have to set the world alight. Yeah. He just makes to make sure the guys outside him look good, and the rest will kick in. Eventually, defenders start sliding off him. He picks his moment, it's time to go. But Visa needs to be good. Peter Steff needs to be good. Eben needs to be good. The pack needs to be good for these guys to thrive.
Yeah. And John, you know, you look at the forwards and you look at the way that the Springboks have played. We've seen the breakdown be the big problem at the moment. We saw an improvement last week. What do you want to see at breakdown time today?
Yeah, you need quick ball to be able to create space, to have defenses that you run at that's not organized. And I think the last 2 weeks have been great practice for the Boks for today's game. The breakdown will be a challenge, no doubt about that. Georgia would have done their homework. They know what to do at breakdown time, and it'll be messy at the beginning. So you need to sort it out. You need to make sure you get that quick ball, and that's why all those names that Shimmy has already mentioned, they need to make sure you get over the ball, strong hard carries, really fight once you go to the ground to get clean ball, and from there, you know, get options for your playmakers.
Well, time is getting close, and you guys, I'm going to get into you. Predictions for today. What are you thinking?
Definitely Boks. Not taking anything away from Georgia. Let's say 37.
Boks by 37?
Boks to win by 56 points. That will be the difference, I think. And Edward van der Merwe to get man of the match. I was just listening to what Mr. Mandela's friend here said. His good buddy. So
I'm also going for the Boks to win this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, there we go. John is a man with obviously many and then very little words. The Boks to win this one. The Springboks have come out. The Springboks fans have come out. We'd love to hear what your thoughts, your predictions. Join the conversation on hashtag #SSRugby. Have we set ourselves up enough for the Rugby Championship? The first half up next.
The Springboks know that the journey to a dream 5th title has already dawned. And now, every opponent they face shows them the way. The Castle Lager incoming series. The Springboks look ahead whilst defending their turf against the determined Azuri and the Lellos. This is rugby, only on SuperSport. Broadcast proudly brought to you by Spur and Coca-Cola.
The stage is set. Can Zimbabwe stand tall and silence their noisy neighbours? Watch Zimbabwe take on the Proteas, only on Super.
In South Africa, we know what it means to work for something greater.
To show up, even when no one is watching.
To start from the ground up.
We believe in second chances.
And the magic of first deliveries and first tries.
That's what the Springboks do.
And that's what we do.
They inspire our nation.
And we cheer them on every chance we get.
Pick and Pay, proud retail partner of the Springboks.
Coach. I see you also styling the fancy boots now.
Right to my feet.
Right in your feet. Yeah. How long have me and you been doing this now?
15 years now.
15 years. Well, we've certainly done a few things, eh?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think we can go again. You ready? One more time.
Let's go. Yes.
Now that's what we call a great turnover.
So, Chester, how did you feel?
As a Bok myself, I always tell the guys, I say, guys,
Enjoy the great taste of Coca-Cola and you could join the Springbok squad.
We do full tummies. We do happy feet. We do healing hands, healthy hearts, wagging tails, and winter warmers. We do safe roads and broad smiles. We do fair play. We do giving it your all, heart and soul. We also do insurance, outsurance, making sure that you always get something out.
The man in charge of this battle in Mbombela is Matthew Carley. Born in Deal in England, the 40-year-old made his Test debut in 2015 in a match between Scotland and the All Blacks. He'll be assisted on the sidelines by Holly Davidson of Scotland and Adam Leal, while another Englishman, Andrew Jackson, is the television match official.
There is a place on the banks of the Crocodile River, cradled by rolling hills and teeming bushveld, where Africa's wild heart beats strong, and where acacia, marula, and baobab trees define the landscape. This is Mbombela, where the name itself speaks of many people gathered together in one place.
Let's go!
This is Mbombela, a place of togetherness,
of breathtaking beauty, of pride and passion, the birthplace of warriors.
Head down, second for Grant from Milan in the Springbok chapter.
Where in an African Colosseum, under the gaze of towering giraffes and seats striped like zebras, the mighty Springboks have never tasted defeat, and Bafana stand proudly alongside them, unbeaten and unbowed in the fortress that is Mbombela Stadium.
Now, can he find a teammate? Vilano Parker! 2-0 South Africa, a beautiful team goal!
See the pain, another piece of my story I wouldn't leave a change, cause that hunger's a part of me, keep my focus aimed, cause beast mode is a mode I don't need to tame.
Now a new challenge awaits as Georgia journey to the place of the rising sun to test our resolve, to see if they can crack the impenetrable stronghold.
And look, anyone grabs the straps, it's on!
This is what champions are made of.
Here's Billy LaRue, he's got it!
You wanna hang with me? Get your game up.
This is Mbombela. This is Springbok country, where together we conquer.
The Castle Lager Incoming Series comes to a conclusion in this cauldron of sport. This is Mbombela Stadium, which shares a name with the city in which it stands. In the grandeur of Mpumalanga, in the city formerly known as Nelspruit, where the national rugby team has never known defeat. It's game time. Next up, the Springboks take on the pride of Georgia, the Lelos. What a match we have in prospect to bring a close to these 4 matches opening the 2025 season for the back-to-back Rugby World Cup champions. Here on the heels of Mandela Day, when we remember that we need to do work for all in our nation, we have a celebration of sport. Here are the visitors of Georgia, ranked 11th in the world. Their hooker Karkadze scored a hat-trick against Spain in 2024. Babunashvili and Chachanidze are in the locking positions. Their captain Beka Sakinadze is in the number 7 jersey, and what a player he is. One change from the side that lost against Ireland just a few weeks back. Spandarashvili in the number 8 jersey. That combination will be crucial. Lobjandidze in his 96th cap, and Matkava, who kicked the winning penalty against Wales in 2022 in one of this nation's only successes against a Tier 1 nation. Kveseladze has 70 caps in the inside centre position, and on the wings they are dangerous. Sandro Todua in his 122nd cap equals the cap record for Georgia today. And on the right wing, Tabutsadze, 52 caps with 50 tries to his name, and Niniashvili in the number 15 at 22 years of age as vice captain and one of the most dangerous weapons. One debutant on the bench, Ebremidze, looking to make his debut in the 19. But here are the local 3 debutants up front. Juan from right here in Mbombela in the number 1 jersey. Manus van der Merwe will be hooker on debut, and Nietling Forshire in the tight head prop position. Eben Etzebeth returns to the ground on which he broke the cap record for the Boks, winning his 133rd today. Siya Kolisi is back in the number 6 jersey, captain of his nation. Number 9 and 10, Grant Williams and Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu will have to run the show. Feinberg and Ngomezulu, the SA's Young Player of the Year this very year. Damian Dialenda wins his 89th cap today, and Apalele Fasi will face the side against whom he made his debut back in 2021, on which occasion he scored a try. Edwin van der Merwe, 2 caps, 3 tries to his name, and what a bench on offer. Experience galore. World Cup winners everywhere you look. Thomas de Toy, a champion of England with Bath. But first, making their way to the field are the proud Georgians, desperate to climb their way up the ladder of those World Rugby rankings so as to get themselves a better seeding for the Rugby World Cup exploits when that time comes around in 2027. They currently sit in 11th position, 1 spot behind Italy and 1 spot above the Welsh. The Lelos always building towards the future and always building legends as well. They never take a backward step. And coach Rassie Erasmus of the Springboks is looking forward to the challenge which they will present to a highly experienced Springbok team outside of those 3 debutants in 1, 2 and 3. But first, the tradition now of the Springbok game here in South Africa on home turf. The Impi lead on the Springboks. Forever green, forever gold. The Boks are back in Mbombela. Here where he made his debut, here where his story began. Siya Kolisi, now the two-time World Cup winning captain, returns to the team for the first time in 2025 as this side prepares for the Rugby Championship, which is to come later on this year. Smiling faces all around. Next up, we have the national anthems of these two proud nations.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're willing and able, please be upstanding for the singing of the national anthems. First, the anthem of Georgia, which will be sung by Mauritian Loiters. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the South African national anthem, which will be sung by all of you and Corlia Bueta.
Così si keleli Afrika, malu pagani su pondolayo, yizwa imitana zo yetu. Così si kelela tina lusa polwayo, morena buluka se chava.
It's emotional each and every single time. Champions everywhere you look. Rain O'Neill bearing the flag South Africa's very own strongman champion. Allow me to introduce two men who have worn the green and gold. Alongside me in commentary, Tobani Bobo, and down pitch side, we have Jean de Villiers. Let's start with you, Tobani. What are you expecting today?
Oh, what a privilege, what an honor. Expecting the Springboks to look after the three young men. Congratulations to Manie van der Merwe. Congratulations to Nyetling Forshare to go in for this first test match. I'm playing for the Springbok and Boan Venter, the front row. We can expect from the Springboks, they want to show control. They want to make sure that they've learned from destruction of their breakdown, how to get themselves in the space where they can attack and get into attacking shape, but putting the pressure, making sure that they stand up to the physical ability of the George and the Lelo's man. They're the man that know about powerlifting, traditional games from there, from wrestling, grappling. That's what they're all about. They're about physicality and at the same time, scoring challenges, transitional play, making sure that they can use their space when they get it, frustrate the Springboks, disrupt their ball, make sure they can slow it down and win the rucks.
We are underway in Mbombela for the final match of the Castle Lager incoming series. The kickoff taken in by Damian Dialendi, one of the most experienced players on the field today. Grant Williams takes his time, sends one high. Sia Khaleesi is after